Welcome to Voxley English. Let's get started.
Hello, Liam. Welcome back to Voxley English. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Sophia. I'm confused, a little bit tired. I have this strange feeling that my life is not really moving.
Not moving. What do you mean?
I feel like every year is the same. Same problems, same habits, same excuses. I keep saying next month I'll change, but nothing really changes. Sometimes I think maybe this is just my life. Maybe I can't change.
Thank you for being honest. Many people feel exactly like that, but they never say it out loud. You know, there is a famous quote. Many people live the same year 75 times and call it a life.
Wow, that is scary. I don't want that.
I don't want that for you either. The good news is, the fact that you see this problem means you are ready. Sometimes we need a moment when we say, enough. It's time to change my life for good.
Yes, that is what I want. Real change, not just motivation for 1 week.
Good. Then today's episode is exactly about that. We will talk about 1. Why we stay stuck, 2. What changing your life really means, and 3. A simple plan to start changing, slowly but for good. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's do it.
Number 1. Why we stay stuck. First, we must understand why change is so hard. Tell me, Liam, when you tried to change in the past, what usually happened?
I usually start with big energy. I say, from tomorrow, I will wake up at 5 a.m., exercise, study 3 hours of English, eat healthy, and stop using my phone so much. Then, after 2 or 3 days, I'm back to my old routine.
That is very common. There are 3 big reasons why this happens. 1. We try to change too many things at once. 2. We don't have a clear direction. And 3. We don't respect how powerful our old identity and environment are. Let's talk about each one. Number 1. Too many changes. Imagine you are driving a small car and suddenly you try to drive 200 kilometers per hour. What will happen?
I will probably crash.
Exactly. Your brain is similar. When you try to change everything in 1 week, your brain feels unsafe. It says, this is too much. Let's go back to normal. So you crash and you return to your old life. Real change is like learning English. You don't become fluent in 1 week. You grow little by little. Number 2. No clear direction. When you say, I want to change my life, what do you exactly mean? Most people don't know. They just feel pain and want something different, but they cannot describe it.
That is true for me. I just think better life, but I never write what that means.
That is without clarity. Your brain cannot focus. It's like trying to travel without a destination. You just drive in circles. Number 3. Old identity and environment. Earlier, in another episode, we talked about identity. If, deep inside, you still believe, I'm lazy, I never finish things, I'm not good enough, then every new habit will fight against that old story. Also, your environment, your room, your phone, your friends, can pull you back to your old self. So, to change your life for good, we must work on small steps, clear direction, new identity, and smarter environment.
Okay, that makes sense. But where do we start?
Number 2. What changing your life really means. Let's make this idea simple. Changing your life is not magic. It is not one big moment. Changing your life means changing what you do and what you believe every day. We can think of your life as 2 pictures. Picture A, your life now, and picture B, your life in 1 to 2 years if you change. Let's draw them with words. Picture A, your life now. Liam, if you are honest, how would you describe your life right now? Just a few sentences.
I feel like my life now is comfortable but small. I waste a lot of time on my phone. I don't study English as much as I want. I feel tired often, and I'm not proud of my daily routine. I'm not completely unhappy, but I know I can do better.
Good. That is picture A. Now, let's create picture B. Now, close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself 2 years from now. You did change. You stayed consistent. Tell me, what is different?
Okay. I wake up earlier and feel more energetic. I study English almost every day, maybe 30 minutes, and I can understand movies without subtitles. I have a better job, or at least I'm moving toward one. My room is more organized. I feel calmer, not always stressed or guilty. I'm not perfect, but I respect myself.
That is beautiful. This is picture B, the direction of your new life. Now, listen carefully. Changing your life equals moving from picture A to picture B one small step at a time. We don't need to be perfect tomorrow. We just need to start walking in the right direction and keep walking. Number 3, the 3 pillars of real change. There are many methods, but I like to keep it simple. Let's build your new life on 3 pillars. Clarity, know what you want and why. Systems, create habits and environment that support you. And support, don't do it alone. We will go through each pillar and make it practical. Pillar number 1, clarity. Take a notebook, divide one page into 2 columns. Left, my life now, and right, my life in 2 years. Under My Life Now, write honest sentences about your health and energy, your English or studies, your work or school, your relationships, and your free time. Then, on the right side, write how you want each area to look in 2 years. This is not a wish list, it's a direction.
So, for example, now I waste time on my phone at night. In 2 years, I use my phone with control and read more books.
Exactly. Or, now I feel shy speaking English. In 2 years, I can have a 15-minute conversation in English without panic. Once you write this, you ask one simple question. Which one area will make the biggest difference if I start changing it now? You don't choose 5, you choose 1.
Just one? That feels too small.
Remember, you tried to change 10 things before and it didn't work. We want change that lasts. Often, if you change one key area, other areas improve naturally. For many people, the key is sleep, or phone use, or daily study habit.
Pillar 2, systems, habits, and environment.
So let's say your key area is English because it connects to your career, your confidence, and your future. We do not say, from tomorrow I will study 3 hours every day. We design a system that is small but strong. For example, trigger, after dinner. Action, 20 minutes of focused English, listening, reading, or speaking. Environment, phone in another room, notebook and pen ready on the table, same place, same time, every day. And we add tracking, a calendar with an X mark for every day you study.
Like with the other habits we talked about before.
Yes, the idea is the same, but now it's part of a bigger picture, changing your life direction. Remember, systems are stronger than motivation. Even on a bad day, your system will pull you to do something.
Pillar 3, support.
Many people fail because they try to change in secret. They're afraid to tell anyone, so nobody knows, nobody supports, and nobody checks on them. Support can be a friend who also wants to improve, a family member you trust, an online community or teacher, even a podcast channel like this one. You can say to a friend, "Hey, I want to change my life step by step. My first goal is 20 minutes of English after dinner. Can I send you a message every night, done or not done?" This simple accountability makes a big difference.
I like that. When someone's waiting for my message, I don't want to disappoint them.
Exactly. We humans are social. Use that power for good.
4, the 15% rule. Change without burning out.
Sophia, I have a question. Sometimes when I hear change your life, I feel excited but also scared. It sounds huge. How can I believe I can really do it? Good question. There's a simple idea I called the 15% rule. Imagine your life is a volume button. You don't jump from level 0 to 100 in one day. You increase the volume by 10 to 15%. For example, if you never study English, your first step is not 2 hours. Your first step is 15 to 20 minutes. If you sleep at 2 a.m., your first step is not to sleep at 9 p.m. Your first step is 30 to 40 minutes earlier. If you never exercise, your first step is not an hour at the gym. Your first step is a 10-minute walk. We want changes that are big enough to feel, but small enough to keep.
So I don't need to transform into a superhero tomorrow.
Exactly. You just need to become 15% better this month. Next month, another 15%. After 1 year, your life will look completely different.
Dealing with fear and doubt. There is something else that stops me. Every time I try to change, a voice in my head says, "You tried before and failed. Who do you think you are? You will never be consistent." It makes me feel small. How can I fight that voice?
That voice is very common. Let's call it your inner critic. You don't need to fight it aggressively. Instead, you can notice it and answer it calmly. For example, when it says, "You failed before," you can answer, "Yes, I failed before, but now I understand more. I'm starting smaller. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm allowed to try again." When it says, "You will never be consistent," you can answer, "Maybe I won't be perfect, but I can be better than last month." You talk to yourself like a good coach, not like a bully.
I usually talk to myself like a bully. Maybe that's why I stop.
Exactly. Remember, self-change needs self-kindness. If you hate yourself, it's very hard to grow. If you respect yourself, you will want to take care of your future.
A 7-day change your life challenge.
Let's make this episode very practical. I want to give you and everyone listening a 7-day challenge. The goal is not to change everything. The goal is to prove to yourself that change is possible. Step 1, choose one area.
Choose just one. English study, sleep, phone use, movement, walk or exercise, room or desk organization.
Step 2, define a tiny habit. Examples, English, every day after dinner, I study English for 20 minutes. Sleep, every night, I go to bed 30 minutes earlier than usual. Phone, for 1 hour before bed, my phone stays in another room. Movement, every day, I walk for 15 minutes. Room, every day, I tidy my desk for 10 minutes.
Step 4, track it for 7 days. Draw a small 7-day table on paper. Each day you do the habit, put a big X. Use the rule never miss twice. If you fail one day, come back the next day.
Step 4, reflect. After 7 days, answer in English. You can even write this in a notebook. What changed in my life, even a little? How do I feel about myself? Do I want to continue this habit or adjust it?
I like this. It feels concrete. For me, I think I will choose English after dinner, 20 minutes for 7 days.
Perfect. That one habit, if you continue, can open many doors in your life.
Your future self is waiting.
Before we end, I want you to imagine again your future self, the Liam 2 years from now. He's more confident in English. He has better habits. He respects himself more. What do you want to say to him?
I want to say, I am coming. I am not perfect, but I am walking toward you.
Beautiful. And what do you think he says to you?
Maybe he says, "Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for the small steps you are doing now. Because of you, I exist."
Exactly. That is the secret of real change. You are not living for today. You are working for your future self. Every small action is a gift to that person.
8 final words. Sophia, if you had to summarize today's episode in 3 sentences, what would you say?
Let me try. 1. Changing your life is not one big action. It's changing what you do every day. 2. You need clarity, small systems, and support, not crazy goals. 3. Even 7 days of one small habit can start a new direction.
Perfect. To everyone listening, if you are tired of repeating the same year again and again, maybe this is your moment to say, it's time to change my life for good. You don't need to rush. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start today with one small, honest step. Thank you for listening to Voxley English.
And good luck with your 7-day challenge. See you in the next episode. See you soon.